What is up, guys, and welcome back to another one. It's that time of year where we're trading in the bow for the rifle. It is Wednesday currently, and Black Hills rifle season opens on Friday. So I had to come out here and check the zeros. Our buddy Mike's out here. You haven't met him yet, but you'll probably see a lot more of him.
Hello.
My zero's at 200, so we're gonna pull the truck up on the hill, check the zeros, maybe do a little science experiment. I got two different types of shells. I've got the two different rifles, a 243 and a 6.5 PRC. And I've got shells that I sighted in the rifles with, and then some different shells to test in both of them. So we're gonna see what's what and figure out which rifle we're gonna use. But we're gonna pull the truck up on the hill, so stay tuned. All right, so we got the target set, we got the truck pull. We're about 203 yards, which, whatever, it'll work. As long as my zero's right on the one on my 6.5 PRC, everything else will be right, because I've taken this thing out to, what did we do that one day, like 1,215 yards, something like that. But I'll pull these rifles out and show you what we're shooting. So we've got the Christensen ELR, and that's the 6.5 PRC, and then we got the old trusty Tikka, however you say it, T3X. That's the 243. But I've got the 6.5 sighted in for these bullets, and I know what you guys are gonna say. You don't shoot animals with match bullets. Listen, Mike and me have killed numerous animals with the match bullets. Never, ever, ever, ever had an issue. Now, would I shoot an elk with them? No, probably not. But deer and antelope, all day long. Anyway, had some camera difficulties, but yeah, we've shot numerous animals with the match bullets, never had an issue. Wouldn't recommend them for elk, just because elk are elk and they're crazy. But we've got a 4-16 Viper PST, or no, 5-25 Viper PST. And then I've got a 3x9 loophole CDS with the CDS dial. That CDS dial is actually currently sighted in for some 58 grain Superformance Hornadies. So that's been my coyote gun, but I don't think I just don't feel like sighting in a rifle today with those, but I just want to see how far off they are. We're gonna throw two different loads. The other one for the 6.5 is the Precision Hunters, which are for hunting, but we're gonna see how far off they are with my zero, if my zero is even on. So
I've taken a mule deer, I've taken a whitetail, and 2 antelope with the match grade, and they did not run far at all.
No, I shot, the last animal I shot with that was an antelope at 384 yards, and she dropped in her tracks with the match bullets. So
6 on the first antelope, 673 on the second antelope, 75 yards on the mule deer, and 300 yards, give or take, on the whitetail.
You shot your big muley with those too, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Giant mule deer. So don't believe all them people out there saying you can't shoot deer or antelope with match bullets, because that's just a straight up lie. If you can shoot and you can put that bullet where it needs to go, you will kill it every time. If you just make a bad shot, it's not going to work. But we're going to get these rifles set up. I think I'm actually going to fly the drone over the target. Be a little risky today and get a cool angle of those bullets coming in. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I need a longer truck bed. If you're wondering why I'm not laying on the ground, it's because it's been raining for the past 2 days. So we're going to shoot the 6.5 with the match rounds just to check the zero, and hopefully it's on, because I only brought 1 box of shells. Alright, you ready? I think it's on.
Well, that was nice.
So I think it's on. Those PRCs hit like a freight train. They are insane. Whew. I forgot that those PRCs like to knock those targets off. They hit so hard, dude. It's unbelievable.
Upgrade to carabiners to secure it instead of those stupid S hooks.
What? That's an 8-inch plate, isn't it?
That's a
10. So we'll see. I don't remember where I was holding, but I'm pretty sure it was right in the middle. But it hit. That would have been a dead deer. So a few years ago, Mike and I both purchased. I purchased that rifle, and he got one very similar, just in the Browning category. And we were set up on that hill, and we had the steel way down there, and it came out to be 1,200, like 1,210 yards or 1,207. And these rifles were just plinging it every single time. They're pretty sweet. I love that thing. It's a little heavy, but for what it is, it's actually pretty light. I think it's right around 9.5 pounds. So I carry it out on the prairie a lot. I'm going to use it in the hills probably this year. So let's see where we hit this thing. Did you take a picture of which one was which? Oh,
Yeah, on this side there was only one hit, so you hit high, but straight. I mean, straight on.
Which could have been me.
So I mean, that's.
Hopefully we won't have to come down here every time. If it keeps flying off, we're probably just gonna quit shooting, because I don't want to run down here every time. I'm out of shape. Can't breathe. It's wet. But we're gonna get back to the truck and send another one. All right, got the target set back up. We're gonna do one more. You want these?
Oh yes.
Same shell. We're not moving to the other ones yet. This one will tell us 100% if the zero's on, which I think it is. Ready?
Well, time to walk again.
We need a four-wheeler. Yeah, we're probably gonna call that good and move to the 243. I'm probably not gonna use the 243. I just want to shoot it. I haven't shot these rifles in a couple years because I've been away for work, but I just wanted to come out here and make sure they were still good, because they've gone to and from South Dakota twice or 3 times now and been sitting in cases. So it's always good to make sure before the season. So we're gonna walk back down here, put this steel back on, and we'll get back with you. Let's see what we got. A little right, a little high, but I think that's pretty. That is crazy. Like I said, them things got some horsepower behind them. So I'm going to call that pretty good. That could be me pulling them slightly high, but
You wouldn't have to make any adjustments whatsoever for 250, 300.
well, the way I had that sighted in, when I shot that goat at 380 whatever, I didn't have to adjust either.
Yeah. So
And it hit.
maybe for, like, if you get a 75 or 100 yard shot,
Yeah.
maybe aim
low.
Yeah, I mean, but either way, you're still, if you aim hard, you're still going to double
Yeah.
lung it.
Yeah, so where it's at, I think I'm good all the way out to damn near 400 without making any adjustments, which I cap myself at 400 yards. I know that rifle is capable of probably shooting stuff out to 600 plus. I'm not going to take that shot on something and risk. Everything's got to be perfect for a shot like that. Any little bit of wind and anything can ruin your shot. So I'm very comfortable to 400. Mike will crack them out to 8 apparently. We're gonna call it good on the 6.5. That way we don't have to keep walking down here and putting the steel up. So we're gonna move to the 243 and run both types of rounds through that just to see how far off it is. All right, so now we're moving to the old trusty. We're going to shoot the Superformance varmint rounds, which is what I have this sighted in for. A 58 grain going almost 4,000 feet a second. And these are 95 grains going 3,200 feet a second. So I think there's gonna be quite the difference. But I kind of just want to see, like, if I want to take it and shoot a deer at 300 yards, how much adjusting I would have to do. So there's what we're going with. Little bullet.
Speed kills.
I still want to shoot a coyote with it. I set this gun up for coyote hunting. Still have never shot a coyote with it.
Yeah, about that.
All right, 58 grainer.
Hey, it stayed on, kind of.
We'll shoot 3.
Got that hundo percent going.
So far. I mean, it is only 200 yards, so. Oh, we lost one. All right, so I think it's still dialed in with the 58 grains, which there's no reason why it shouldn't be. But now I'm really curious to see. I'm probably only going to shoot 1 or 2 of these just to see how much different it is. But now we got a moving, rotating target at a little extra difficulty. Yep, that one missed for sure. Try one more, see if that was me or if that was just the different bullets. Actually, let's move it up. We'll try that. And I moved it up to 250 instead of 200. Good one to end it on.
Huh?
Good one to end it on.
Yeah,
Target just came off.
Down.
So I'm fairly certain that if I want to use this out to 200, I'd feel confident with it. Anything past that, I don't think.
How far did you come up on that?
So this is a CDS dial, which I'll explain. Mike already knows, but for those of you watching who don't know what a CDS dial is, Loophole has this thing called CDS. And basically when you buy the scope, you send in all of the ballistics. So I forget what they call this, but the height to here, the bullet speed, the elevation that you normally shoot at, all the ballistic information you can possibly get. And you send it in a Loophole, and they send you a specific dial for your scope for the round that you're shooting out of your specific rifle. So like for the 58 grain, this is a 58 grain for the 58 grain bullets. If I want to shoot to 300, I literally just turn it to 3. So it's not like the PRC where it's got the MOAs where you got to kind of do math and have a dope and stuff. This one's very simple. If I want to shoot 5, I literally just turn it to 5 and that's it, which they're awesome. But if you ever want to change rounds, you got to order a whole new dial, and I think they're like 50 or 60 bucks or something, which isn't hard. It's just kind of a pain a little bit, but they are awesome, especially if you have a setup that you are only going to use for one thing. They're great. So I guess we'll run down there and see. All right, I drove the truck down this time, packed up the guns because there's no need to shoot anymore. They're all on, so that's awesome. We are going to try to figure out which ones these 95 grain bullets were, though. So I think that was a 95, because these two were the PRC, and then these little ones here.
These are probably your 50. These ones that have the little.
The 58 grainers.
Yep, and then the other two are your 95s. This one and this one.
Which those are probably the best shots we've had.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might bring it along. I don't know where we're going. I think I'm probably gonna have to shoot a little further than 200. But it's good to know where those are landing with that CDS dial. I think I am going to order a CDS dial for those rounds, and then put that scope for coyotes, and probably buy a cheaper 243 and make that a coyote gun. Maybe get it suppressed. Maybe. Because the farm in Missouri, which the very first video we ever did is where I was. If you haven't watched that one, you should go watch it. Did a little food plot work that you guys will be getting an update on soon, because I'm heading down there here next week. But there's a serious coyote problem down there, like serious coyote problem. So we're probably gonna make a couple trips down there this year, maybe next year, and take care of those. But this video is actually gonna roll into opening day of the Black Hills rifle season. So we're packed up, we're gonna run back to town, and we will catch you guys back here in a couple days. All right, guys, it's opening morning. It's nice when it gets this later season hunts, because you don't have to wake up so early. It's about 5:30. Shooting time's at right at 6 o'clock this morning. So I just got the truck packed up, and now I gotta head over to old Dom's house and pick him up. So it's a nice cool morning, so I got a good feeling about today, guys. I don't know, we'll see though. We didn't really get to do a whole lot of scouting for this tag, so we're gonna need a little bit of luck today. But I'm gonna run over to Dom's house and pick him up, and we'll get back with you guys.
Back at it again, folks.
I already did it intro.
Well, intro for me. I'm back. Y'all know this is who you wanted to see. But we're out here today in a secret special spot. Don't be showing us. God damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't be showing people where we're at. This is there's so many deer here. It's like hunting a high fence that's been abandoned. We've already seen, what, 2 trucks pull in right back behind us. I'm sure there's going to be many more road hunters today. There's a little bit of snow, so we'll see if Cody's dressed warm enough. But we're going to get up on this ridge top, kind of watch some bedding area, stuff like that. They like to run this ridge a little bit, so see what we see, sit here for a little bit, go try another spot, and then mid-morning we're going to head over to a different spot if we haven't killed one by then. That in the last couple of years has always held a pretty good buck. That usually it's a good bedding area and some thick brush and stuff like that, but we can get out on a rock outcropping above it and see what happens. Give it another 10-15 minutes before we head out, and we just got a probably 200-yard walk up the hill. But it's time. It's November, folks. It's go time. But it's also could be nap time, because I feel like I could use a little guy.
Getting ready. I forgot to put my suspenders on, so they're hanging, so my pants are gonna fall down. But I think I said earlier that shooting time was 6 o'clock, but it's actually, I meant 7. It's 7 o'clock on the nose this morning, so we're gonna get up to the top of this hill and get posted up. So we'll catch you when we get up there. I was just about to do an update. I gotta be real quiet, because those does are right below us, but we he's in the danger zone. And he just looks up and keeps walking. So, we're going to sit here for just a little longer and see if he doesn't bump something out. Maybe. But the people with walking the bedding areas at prime time, dude, I don't understand it. I don't know. But then again, I bet he's killed some giants doing that. Yeah. That's just how that works. But good God, yeah, you can see him, dude. How many acres is the Black Hills? Like 3 million, something crazy. Yeah. Like, go pick a hill and sit on it, dude. I don't even know where he came from. He had to walk from his house. I never heard him pull up. No. That explains why them does are all spooky now.
That's what all that noise was down there, probably. Him walking around.
He's literally about to walk into where we were watching, expecting a bug to come out of, so. Opening morning. Welcome. Welcome to the Black Hills.
Every time this guy's got a tag in his hand or he's the shooter, something stupid like this happens.
It has not been our year. Tom's had a good season so far, but for me, it seems every time that I'm shooting, like Tom said, there's just something silly going on. I wish I had a high-powered paintball gun.
Should I grunt at him?
I mean, he heard me whistle, so. Apparently, because he stopped and looked around. You ever heard a deer whistle? Because I haven't. A deer whistling, waving a blaze orange hat in the air. Okay. But good luck to that guy.
He'll shoot the giant.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's part of the game. We're going to let this guy have it. We're going to go road hunt now.
We're going to become the typical South Dakota Hills hunter.
People talk crap about road hunting, but there's so many roads in the Black Hills. Like, you almost kind of have to. We're not really going to road hunt, but if we do see one off the road.
No, we're not going to road hunt.
Well, not an ideal start to the morning, but that's the Black Hills for you. We just went and walked down the ridge and glassed another opening and saw another guy walking the entire top of the ridge. But so we sat there after we saw the guy walking in our spot a little longer, and we were hoping he kind of heard and saw me and was going to turn around, but he kept going up to the prime area. So we're gonna let him have it. Good luck to that guy, but we're gonna go try and get on another spot and see what we can see. So we shall see.
Four does right here in front of us within 100 yards. We snuck in this little bedding area. I've seen them in the past. All the does are looking up the ridge like there's something, but let's see what happens. We'll keep you guys going here. Seen 6 bald eagles today. We're hoping it's good luck. So far it has not been good luck. I guess that's hunting.
How you doing? I'm not a hill guy. I'm a big fan. We got quite the hike up this hill to get back to the truck.
Doesn't look like it, but
Very
it's
steep.
4,000 foot
Snow
vertical.
doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah.
Deadfall doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah. 4,000 vertical feet we gotta go.
Feels like it. We can just move a couple hundred yards a day. Get back by next weekend.
Yep. Kind of post up for the week.
We saw one little buck back there that responded to the rattle and the grunts, but I don't think we got him on camera, and we didn't see him until we got up and started packing up. But he was just a little guy. He only had one side, and I think he was just a really tall spike. So no harm, no foul, no loss.
Lots of deer back there though.
There's a lot of deer. I think we're probably going to try to come back and get back in there in the dark instead of morning, because it looks really good. So we're gonna grind this hike out, and we'll get back to you at the truck. I stink, dude.
Yeah. Smell like regret.
Yeah. No, I don't regret that. I'm glad we walked back in there. That was a cool spot. It's a little further than I anticipated, but got to put in the work.
Not all the time.
And now we're probably going to drive out of here and shoot one off the side of the road. That's probably how that's going to go.
That's right. We put that work in.
We gotta start heading back to town. Dom's gotta go into work for this afternoon, so I haven't 100% decided if I'm gonna go out tonight yet, because I imagine it's gonna be a zoo with everybody getting off work and it being opening day. So that'll be a game time decision here in a few hours. I'm also not gonna have a camera guy, so we can always come back out after our November marathon we got coming up. So plenty of time.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay tuned for the trips coming up, because those are about to be sweet. Apparently there's a lot of ducks and geese moving into the state, so it might be quite the time out there. So, and then we got some really big bucks finally showing up in Missouri, and they're getting really close to daylighting, so it's shaping up to be a pretty good time. We just need to execute. So we will catch you guys back if we see a deer driving out and we shoot it, or the next time
We get out.
we're out here, which will be tonight, or I'm for sure coming out tomorrow. So one of those. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back out here. Rolling solo. Dom's still at work. So I decided to come out by myself. So we'll see how the filming goes if something shows up. But came to a different area. We're in some actually pretty gnarly stuff in front of us. I'll flip the camera around so you can see it real quick. But we're sitting kind of a natural pinch point between two ridges. I'm hoping to catch them traveling, going to do something. Over to our left we have a thick a ridge that's pretty thick with pine trees, but there's a couple shot opportunities. But the furthest shot from right here is only like 200 yards, so we hiked back in a little bit along a ridge top and just found a good spot where we could kind of see a good ways. For this area, this is a good ways because it's very, very thick. So historically, this ridge has held some really good bucks. So I'm hoping that we can get lucky tonight and lay eyes on one. You never know. I plan on hunting probably every morning this week until we leave for East River on Friday. So probably hit a bunch of different areas. Go to a different spot every morning. But right now, tonight, the wind is good. There's not much of it. It's very quiet out here, but we got snow up in the trees, so it'll be a little easier to spot them. But if we shoot one over there, we might have to call Dom to come out here, because I don't think I'll be able to get it out by myself. But fingers this specific spot before, so I was kind of just going off, looking at Onyx and looking at the topo maps, trying to find a little pinch point, but it seems that they're using it like I thought they would. I just kind of expected them to come from the other direction, but you never know with deer. She came within 240 yards. She did what I thought they were going to do. Now, I've never shot this rifle to 40 yards, but I'm going to have to turn that scope all the way down and aim real low, if that's what they're going to be doing tonight. But I think she was bedded right across on the other ridge and all these check pines, which is good. That means they're not spooked out here, and I got in here quiet enough, so now we just, if you guys are wondering what that was, a deer just blew. I don't think she blew at me. Maybe she sneezed. But anyway, we're going to see what happens. We're going to keep sitting here. Hopefully her blowing did not ruin the night, but we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Alright, quick update. She was definitely blowing at me. I just saw where she was, and she had snuck up to my right. She went through all the thick stuff and snuck up to my right, so she just blew about 10 more times. So hopefully it didn't blow everything out, but we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna see what happens. But it is what it is. The wind's kind of swirling too, so she might have caught my wind. I don't know. If I had a doe tag in the hills, which you cannot use your doe tag for archery in the hills. Can't shoot a doe in the hills. You might be able to shoot a doe with any whitetail tag. I'd have to look at my tag. But anyway, had this been Missouri and I had a doe tag specifically, she would have been blasted right after she blew at me the first time. We don't tolerate that kind of nonsense around here. We're trying to shoot her boyfriend. But she gets a pass today, unfortunately. So keep you guys updated and we'll see what happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is an end to opening day of the 2024 Black Hills rifle season. It was pretty uneventful tonight. We saw those does early, but after that one blew at us at about 4:30, that happened. We didn't see another thing. Right before shooting time, there was something working in the brush across on the other ridge, but I could never see it. I just saw, or I just heard it. So, but it's all right. We got plenty of days. We got the whole month, so there's no point in rushing it. It's just enjoy your time out there. It's not all about shooting a buck all the time. Sometimes it's just nice to get out and sit in the quiet for a little bit. So I'm a little chilly. I need to go get some food, and I need to run to Shields and get some new bootlaces and some gloves. So my bootlaces broke and my hands were cold today. So if Dom's watching this, he's laughing because I told him earlier today I wasn't a glove guy, but we need some gloves. So plan on going out tomorrow. I'm gonna run back to town and take care of all that stuff and get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, guys, nothing going this morning. Sat there till about 8:30 till the wind started blowing real good. It's still 20 degrees, so it got even colder than what it was this morning. I think it was like 22 when I got up here. I did not dress for 20 degrees. I dressed for what it was back at my apartment, and I should have known better that usually it's about 10 degrees colder up in the hills. So, but I was running late, so I was rushing, and I just couldn't take it anymore. My toes got cold, face got cold, the wind was blowing straight into my face, so it made it even worse. So I decided to pack it up. I just drove out of the piece we were in real slow, looking for anything. Didn't see a thing. So these deer in the Black Hills are winning this year. Years past, we were able to come out here and find one pretty easily, but it's gonna be a challenge this year, it seems, which is fine with me. It'll just make it that much better when we get one. But I've got to head back and finish packing up for East River and Missouri next week. So we're gonna cut the video right there, ladies and gentlemen. We are not done yet. We will get a hills deer this year. It is going to happen. Whether or not I have to come out here 50 more times, I don't know, but I will come out here as many more times as it takes to finally find a decent buck. So with that being said, thank you guys. Like I've said before, this channel is growing way quicker than what we expected, so we thank you guys for that. We're not going to be able to do this without you guys, so keep it up. Tell your friends, tell your uncles, tell your brothers, sisters, wives, husbands, whatever you got. Hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed yet, take a quick second, just go click it, just go give it a little click. Doesn't take long. It helps us out, and you'll stay up to date on what we got going on. And it's a lot of exciting things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and we will catch you in the next one.